Hello and welcome to Warhammer Fantasy Battle Report number 8. I would have posted this a lot earlier, but I have been sick and I think you can still hear it because my voice is a bit rough. It's not in the condition I like it to be in, but now I think I can go ahead and cast these games I have in stock, as you may say. The game is my first game after a long series of defeats. um, Most of them you have seen on my channel so far, and some you didn't see because I decided not to take any pictures because sometimes it sort of distracts me. And yeah, I did some research about high elf tactics, mostly on uthran.net. Definitely a place to check out if you're a high elf player and want to see some nice builds or just general advice on how to use certain units. Helped me out a bit, I think, especially with the one build I introduce in this game, and I painted up an old model that I really like, and I like how it turned out. The game is special in another way because it's the first game you will see on this channel against Wood Elves, and the guy who plays the Wood Elf army, sorry, is the guy that brought me back into the hobby. Just I think it's 1.5 years ago. I was at his place and he said, "Hey, I have 2 armies here. Maybe we can have a game. I will show you the new rules and everything." And yeah, then there all of it started again, as you may say. Yeah, as I said, he's playing Wood Elves, and I will talk you through my deployment and the new army list I made and what I thought about it, and especially the character builds I will introduce to you a bit longer. So this might be kind of a different report with a lot more background information. Okay, you see here my deployment. I think it's almost everything I had. And I'm starting from the left, and there he is, my new hero build, which I copied almost, I think I copied everything from uthwan.net. I can't remember the guy who posted the build initially, but just go look it up there in the tactics forum. There it is. It's a high elf hero on eagle. I have the old Pegasus model. I think this was the first kit beside the starter set I ever bought, and I'm happy that I finally painted him up in a nice way. And I think it also was the first model I ever painted, but it looked a bit crappier then. Okay, so he is riding Great Eagle. He has the Sword of Might, which gives him strength 5 magical attacks. He has the Shield of Luck, I think, which makes him ignore the first hit he suffers in the game at a 2+, which is great against cannonballs and stuff like that. He has the Dragon Armor, of course, and he has the Phoenix Talisman, which gives him, with all his armor and stuff, 3+ armor save and 5+ ward save, plus the thing from the shield. So he is pretty hard to kill. And what else? Ah, yeah, and he has the Potion of Foolhardiness, which, if you remember to drink it at the beginning of your turn, makes him immune to psychology and has an additional attack on the charge that turn. So, I think he's really good to take out light stuff and war machines or even units of archers. This is the first time I'm using him, and yeah, I'm really excited about this. Then I have back in the army a unit of 5 Revenites, still unpainted, I'm sorry about that, with bows and spears, 2 Great Eagles, China Chariot, and the unit of 30 Spear Elves with my new general in them. The general has the Golden Blade, or the Blade of Sea Gold, or whatever it's called in English. I can't remember. It's the high elf item that gives you +3 attacks, which is the same, exactly the same as the one in the main rulebook now. But I prefer to use the High Elf one. So he has 7 attacks, almost every time rerollable. Then I gave him in this list the Potion of Strength, and what else? Yeah, he has the Enchanted Shield, so he has with his Dragon Armor he has a 3+ armor save, but that's all. So yeah, not too happy about that, but that's the thing I came up with. Especially I wanted to try out the Potion of Strength. The Spearhills have the War Banner with them. I think that I dropped with the beginning of 8, but now it's back in the list. Then I have 14 White Lions, and the White Lions have the Banner of Sorcery, which I use on a regular basis, as you might have noticed. And the champion has the Robbie Ring of Destruction, or whatever it's called. Then there is my bunker unit of 24 Spear Elves. And, oh, by the way, it's 2,500 point game. I didn't mention that, I think. So, okay. 25 Spear Elves, also with full command, and my BSB. And I tried the build where the BSB has the Radiant Gem of Hoeth with Law of Death. This is also a thing I took from the idea I took from ulthuan.net. And yeah, this is basically the idea is you can roll, maybe you get a good spell, and I think most of the Law of Death spells are good for one thing, for character assassination, and this is a thing that my army lacks, and he is to compensate this gap. And if you get a spell you don't want, you can basically change it for the signature spell, which is the one where you roll off a dice at your leadership, and if the enemy character is below you, your result, he loses that many wounds without an armor save. And with a leadership 9 High Elf hero, this is pretty good, I think. Then I have my level 4 Archmage in that unit as well, and she has the Law of Shadows, and is outfitted with only she has the Valerius Robe, which makes her immune to non-magical attacks. Again, I don't know the English translation. If you ever find something I say and it's really weird in English and you know the correct term, feel free to correct me. It's just like I have most of the time I have only the German rule book and the German army books, and so I just don't know how to translate some things. So I would be happy if you give me all the terms I don't know, and I hopefully will use them in further battle reports. She has the Valerius Robe, as I said, and she has the another one I don't know. She has the Staff of Might. Maybe this is the High Elven magic item where you ignore the first miscast or the first Art of Control thing. Yeah, and I think this game I got Arkham's Mind Razor, the Strength debuff, the signature spell, and Pit of Shadows. Yeah, so really good against the Treekin or Treeman, which I will face. Then I have a Lion Chariot and 10 archers with a musician. And on this side, this is just another overview of the board. I will come to his deployment in a minute. Yeah, here. There you can see my 7 Shadow Warriors, and this is again a thing I always played at the Shadow Warriors, or most of the games, as you might have noticed. Because I just like the idea. I like scouts. I always liked scouts, and I just like to play them. Not all of the games I'm very good at it, and here I tried a tactic that I also got from ulthuan.net, and which is use your scouts to delay or to deny the vanguard movement, or to direct the vanguard movement of your opponent's fast cavalry. And I tried it this way, and as you will see pretty soon it didn't work out. So we go to Wood Elf deployment. Starting from the right, he has 3 Warhawk Riders, then he has a Great Eagle, and behind the Great Eagle, in between the gap between the Warhawk Riders and the Great Eagle, there is, I think it's Alter Kindred. At least this is what he told me it's called. It's a character type who is pretty fast and has an additional attack, I think, and is just a bit better than a normal Wood Elf character. It's just one of the possibilities you can get. And he is just designed to take out light stuff or get flank attacks or whatever. Then the mushrooms is his 1 unit of 11 dryads with a dryad character in it. You can barely see him. It's oh yeah, okay. How do you call the small animals with lots of stings? Yeah, how do you call those? I can't remember. Yeah, which is a Reaper Charity miniature, and yeah, he has those unit. We have a pretty long history of this unit fighting against my troops and always doing tons of damage, more than they should do. But yeah, it's just the mushrooms who really scare the shit out of my troops, obviously. Whatever. Then he has a unit of, I think it's 10 archers or 10 glade guard, unit of 6 Tridikin, which looks really impressive, and I'm not too sure how to take them on. Okay, the wide lines should do the job, but I'm not sure if they can put out enough damage in 1 round to make those guys ineffective. Then there is a tree man in the far left and another unit of glade guard. I think it's 10. Let's see in the next picture. Yeah, you can see that. I think it's 12 glade guard behind the tree man. Then there is a unit of 25, I think, eternal guard with his level 4 mage who uses Law of Life. And he gets the Dwellers from below and Regrowth, as well as Earth Blood, and can't remember the 4th spell. Then he has his Battle Standard Bearer in there as well. I'm not sure what he was. I think he was just designed not to be killed. He has a -2 to hit on him or something like this. Then there is a unit of 9 Dryads, if I remember right, and behind them another unit of 12 archers, and they have the flaming, or the banner of the eternal flame. And there you can see my vanguard movement. Here you can see his vanguard move by the Warhawk Riders